Hi everyone, tonight I'll be making sweet and salsy meatloaf. What all goes into the sweet and salsy meatloaf? 1.5 pounds of meatloaf mix, beef, pork, veal, or just lean ground beef. I have just the lean ground beef. This is 3 pounds, so I'll be using half of this. 3/4 cup panko breadcrumbs, 1 egg, 1 cup thick and chunky salsa, 1 4.5 ounce can chopped green chilies. Unfortunately, this is 7 ounces, so I'll be using half of that. 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh cilantro, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh parsley, 1 teaspoon unsweetened cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon cumin, 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon chili powder, and 1 teaspoon lemon juice. So let's begin. Preheat the oven to 350. So take a large bowl, put in your 1.5 pounds of the ground beef, and then add your 3/4 cups of the panko breadcrumbs. I'm just using the plain, and the 1 egg. And with your clean hands, I even took my rings off, mix these until well combined. The worst part is the egg. I haven't fixed the meatloaf for a long time, and I've never tried a sweet and salty one. It sounds really good. Again, with Dave not liking spicy stuff, he may or may not like this. I'm not sure. That's the fun of the taste test. Let's see if Dave likes what I cook. All right, so that is mixed up. I'll set that aside. Take a medium bowl and combine all the rest of the other ingredients. The 4.2 ounces of the green chilies, the 1 cup of thick and chunky salsa, the 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, the 1 tablespoon of chopped cilantro, 1 tablespoon of the chopped fresh parsley, 1 teaspoon of unsweetened cocoa, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, the 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, the 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, the 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, the 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, and the 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. And mix that until thoroughly combined. It looks pretty good. I'm going to set that aside. So take 3/4 cup of your salsa mix and mix that with the ground beef mixture. And again, with your clean hands, mix that all up together. This is even worse than the egg. And if you don't like using your hands, you can always use a spoon, but I find it mixes better with your hands more evenly throughout. Take a 9x5 loaf pan, or you can use a 1.5 or 2 quart casserole and shape it into a loaf. I like already having it in a loaf. Or you can do like what Jerry Ellen from Cooking with Neighbors does. She puts it in a loaf pan and then dumps the loaf pan in a pan, so it already has a loaf shape, which I think is ingenious. So just flatten that out until it's completely level all the way down. This smells really good. Take your sweet and salty meatloaf, put it in a preheated 350-degree oven for 50 minutes. I took the meatloaf out of the oven after 50 minutes. So take the rest of the salsa sauce, put it on top of the meatloaf. Then put it back into the 350-degree oven for an additional 20 to 30 minutes or until thoroughly cooked in the center and the internal temperature is 160. So here is the sweetened salsy meatloaf. And rounding out the meal is bourbon brown sugar baked beans. Let's see what Dave thinks.
This smells kind of sweet or something.
It is sweet and salsy meatloaf.
Well, now I know why it smells sweet. It doesn't. It smells sweeter than it tastes. I like the flavor of it though. I think I want a sandwich made out of this too.
Recipe deals for easy meals. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is Cooking with Sherry. Until we meet again.